In an individual level, we are greedy. We want to have everything for ourselves, to not only to the upkeep of the body, but by the false understanding or a false idea that we can keep up the body all the time, forgetting the fact that it is a transient reality. So we focus our attention for tomorrow and working with this idea of acquiring things continuously. And that is the main problem. Greed is the main problem. In an individual level it works. In the family level it works. And in the social level it works. In a community level it works. In the national level it works. And generally in the world this is the main problem. And there comes additional problems that when I am trying to grab something for myself, I am prohibiting the possibility for someone to have the enjoyment of the same thing. In a way. Because in the world when you are looking, there is a lot of poverty, there is a lot of suffering, there is no shelter, there is no hope for millions of people. I've seen some years before, maybe 20, 25 years before, a news in the newspaper that because of the over milk production, the Federal Republic of Germany had decided to slaughter 15 million cows. This is how humans work. Because of the overproduction of wheat, farmers were asked in Sweden to cut down plow off their crops and dig it with the soil. And they were given incentive not to cultivate or change the crop. Whereas in the world, in Africa, in so many countries, people are starving. And where is compassion? Where is love? Where is empathy? Nothing. When we become acquisitive, when we become greedy, it works in this way. This is not the way for the world to survive. The human beings have survived millions of years on this earth based on togetherness, helping each other, taking care of each other. And that is in an organized way now. It all based on finance and economy. There is sufficient things which are growing in the world for all the mouth to be fed, all the stomach to be fed. But there comes the economy, there comes the ideas of finance and all these things that everybody is scared. They want to keep up their economy. Starving millions are suffering. The world is one unity. Humanity is one unity. Is one unit. But we don't see this. This is a problem that arises out of our excessive attachment with our own body, bodily pleasures and comfort, and the fear of insecurity. This needs to be looked properly. All the world wars which we see are an outcome of this. All the acquisitiveness which we see are the outcome of this. In an individual level, we continuously fight for ensuring our own security, our own space. In a family level, we are doing the same. In the social, bigger society level, we are doing this. In confined areas, we are doing it. In a national level, we are doing this. And internationally also, we do the same thing. And if humanity follow this track, is there a future for humanity? That is something which needs to be thought of. Philosophers have been talking about it for decades. Nothing is changing. because this is a basic ignorance which breeds all kinds of troubles, and we don't want to look into the ignorance and get out of this ignorance for creating a better world. So it is not a small problem. When we are attached with our own body, bodily pleasures and comforts, it seems that it is not a problem, it is normal. But it has a magnified level of the trouble that it brings in. This needs to be looked into. The self-centeredness, the acquisitiveness, the greed, possessiveness, jealousy, all these things that spring out from this basic attachment with the body, bodily pleasures and comforts. And there psychologically there comes another problem, because when we are excessively attached with the body, bodily pleasures and comforts, there will come the fear of death, because we know deeply that the body is not a permanent reality. It is a transient phase of existence. And tomorrow, you don't know. There comes the fear of unknown. You don't know whether we are going to survive tomorrow or not. So better we acquire everything so that we can extend our life one more day. All the hospitals, all the business around diseases, everything is happening in this world based on the greed, the possessiveness, the excessive attachment with body, bodily pleasures and comforts. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be looked properly. Otherwise, there is no future for humanity.